generation, I was waiting to shine. My father taught me don't be soft, so now got no limits. Bout it, I doubt it. My homies know you ain't.
By many accounts, Coach, one of the most underrated home venues in all of the NFL resides in the heart of Nashville, Tennessee, and that's where we find ourselves at Nissan Stadium. This crowd here fired up for football as a moment ago their Titans were introduced. This should be a good one as the Titans get set to match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Right on these two. Come on. Check 26, check 26.
66. Bullet ride.
Watch the shit. Check 99. Check 99.
Mahomes now on first down. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
First down, Chiefs.
Yellow. 15. Let's go, Louie.
I can't believe they even let you play.
Check it back.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Let's go, Heavy. Yellow. What you got, Heavy? Give me some.
Williams. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Yellow. 24 is the mic. Hey, check. 24 is the mic. Yellow. I'm here to smoke. Check.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Flushed out right. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. T.J. Green with a pick. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down. Last week, somehow they won. He threw all those picks, but they still won. Here, opening drive, unfortunately, he picked up where he left off.
Partner, you get a lot of extra patience when you find a way to win despite you making mistakes. But starting out again this game, that patience is going to wear thin really quick. And I think the guys on the defensive side of the ball will be the first ones to let him know that's got to stop.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready?
53 is the mark.
Check, 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 check. Let's go.
A first down carry for Henry. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big run there, 29 yards and a first. Relatively small sample size, but that's his longest run of the first quarter. Bounced it out to the outside to make it successful.
And to get there, you actually need some help. It's not just your pure speed getting to the corner, making sure that the blocking is taken care of inside so the pursuit doesn't get you. And oftentimes, those wide receivers, tight ends that might be flexed out, they've got to control the edge and make sure no one from the outside can spoil the play before he gets there.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Second and 1 at the Chiefs' 19-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Mariota hands to Henry. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about with one of the GMs in the league.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Darren Lee, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Tannehill. And the pressure gets to him again. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Army. 24 is the mic.
Out of the gun, Tannehill. He gets it to Humphries. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Tennessee field goal unit led by Ryan Suckup. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And the Titans hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. So the opening drive does yield points. Maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. LaShawn McCoy, the 31-year-old running back, his first carry. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. 3-0 after 1 on From just shy of midfield, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. T.J. Green with a pick, and he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Got it.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Rip right, rip right.
Now.
On 2nd down, here's Henry.
I got you, boy.
He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Break.
53, check 53. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Bravo. Look at me. Zipper.
Check 53's Mike. Hey, let's get them home.
3rd and 2, Tannehill. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. It was 3rd and short, and they go flying past the marker for a gain of nearly 30 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Down.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34.
Ready.
Derrick Henry.
I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Now it's Henry. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10.
6 guys. Check 6 guys.
From the red zone now, Tannehill, and it's incomplete. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
Bring it.
Tannehill now to throw. Hauling it in, Nelson. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. $13 yards on his first catch. It's a 1st down as well.
That's another Titans 1st down. 1st and goal at the 5-yard
Ready, set.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Crunch time, defense.
And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Remember, as they try to run the ball down here, Charles, this is the number 2 rush defense in the league.
So do you accept the challenge up front? Do you get your offensive line together, get your tight end in the ball game and say, I don't care that they're number 2. Let's go ahead and show them that we can run the ball anyway? Or do you do the best thing and throw the darn thing and try and get in the end zone?
Maybe that's wiser. They'll give Henry another shot, and he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Here's Henry. And he will score. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead.
Well, they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And the lead grows to 10-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive, and it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him, but whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
24 is the money. Hey, that's good. Switch it. Come on, switch it. Check safety. Watch out.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes steps away to his left. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. It's picked up by the Titans. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
I know that taking care of the football is something that's drummed into every guy who plays this position, no matter what, whether he's running it, in the pocket, out of the pocket. But it's almost surprising to me that there aren't more fumbles by that position because of the way that they get attacked on each and every play.
Yeah, we had the fumble last week. Now here's 2 weeks in a row with a fumble loss.
Concentration has got to be there, and he's got to understand how much time he has to take care of a play. And maybe his clock is off just a little bit.
Charvarius Ward there to make the stop. Well, earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to defend him. I think you used the term bottle him up at different levels. They've struggled to do that.
They certainly have, because when you see them approach, in order to bottle them up at different levels, that front line's got to take care of business. Otherwise...
And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Darren Lee, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
You better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
Back to throw, Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. And Suckup will put this one right through, and that'll push the lead up to 13-0. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Check 3, check 3. Slam, slam, slam. Check. He's yellow. He's checking. Hey, let's go.
On first down, Mahomes.
Watch quick. Watch quick.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive.
24 is the mark. And here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Check the hot read. Check yellow.
Final shot before the half from Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. This will be taken very short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going.
Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. So now Tannehill leading his crew to the line to go for 2. From the gun, here's Tannehill to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Their own 18-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Mahomes now on first down. And it's complete. It's Damian Williams. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Flushed out right. It's Kelsey on the ground. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12.
We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball right here. Let's go. 25. Check 25. Check. Hey, 57 colors. 57 colors. Hey, check.
They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Hey, 15. Say. Kill. Blue dot Porter.
They run it again with Williams. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 34-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They begin with Henry. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and it'll be 3rd down.
How about that shuffle pass? Or if you want to call it the shovel pass, that's fine too. That's one of those plays that you take a little bit of risk there because you're trying to throw the ball into the middle of the field where a lot of big bodies lurk, and they can knock it away, pick it up.
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller, and they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Rush in. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Big ass.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He'll buy some time right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does. In fact, I would suggest he laminated.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Come on, QB, come on. Whip. Watch the whip.
Working from the gun, Mahomes rolling to his right. He may try and run for this. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Come Check nine.
Mahomes going to go on 4th down. He's got his man. That's Hardman. It'll go as a gain of 10 and a Kansas City 1st down. Hardman, the 2nd-round pick out of Georgia. A 4.3 340. And should help give Patrick Mahomes another versatile playmaker to work with at the receiver position. Mahomes now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now Williams. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Here we go.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes eluding the press. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it, but it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Now here's Mahomes. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. T.J. Green with a pick. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. Watkins, the intended receiver. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. On 1st down, Henry. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 21-yard line.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And Henry's hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Chiefs. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? 1st and goal. They'll run it with Williams. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th.
Check right. Watch it,
Let's go, Alpha. Let's bring it. Mike 55.
Hey, come on,
Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Being chased out left. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He was looking for Watkins that time.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Check 53's Mike.
Don't get nervous.
They'll run on first down. It's Henry. And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The Titans on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
4 down, 4 down, 4 down.
Here's Tannehill. Caught by Nelson. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
And no, it doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. He had it online, gave it a pretty good ride too, but in the end, he's a victim of the crossbar.
And Brandon, you know kickers very well. I bet if we ask him after the game, he'll say he didn't get all of it. We've seen him hit from deeper than this in warm-ups, but here, he's a foot or so from clearing that bar.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. It's caught inside the 25. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25.
A gain of 31 yards. First down, Chiefs.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Flush to his right. Gets this one to Hill. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another first down. Mahomes now to throw. Forced out to his left. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Well, that was point counterpoint, wasn't it? They decided to throw for it on 1st and goal. Instead, the defense counters with pressure, and the defense wins, getting a big sack.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw, it's Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. to the goal line, but it's incomplete. It was a safety, Kevin Byard, that time, who was able to knock it away.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
24 is the mic.
Now Mahomes. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. Not that time for Watkins. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And able to find a little space. He gets this up over the 15 to the 16.
A 6-yard pickup.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
Ready?
53 is the mic.
Stay with your man.
A 20th carry now for Derrick Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
I think it's pretty easy to say this is a ginormous 3rd down opportunity here for the defense, and I'm just going to tell you, Brandon, from my experiences, what you're saying in the huddle to each other is all the right things. Read your keys, do your job, but the biggest one, you don't have to do more. Just do what you can do, and you can make this play.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. Elsewhere, a 4th quarter score now from Tampa. And the Cardinals scoring again. They've got that one in cruise control. If they can hold on to that lead to the end, it would up their win total to 7. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Get that ball,
So this one, a Tennessee Titan victory. And they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Tennessee, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, the run to begin the season is over as they drop to 9-1 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.